can't just let you win this game.
What the fuck is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
No, Ray, how you doing today? Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. It's funny you brought up the jacket. I was going to say, do you know Olivia behind you? The publicist?
What?
This one? Do you know Olivia?
Yeah, we know each other. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just going to, if you could do a solid for me and actually, what she's going to do with that extra jacket in her arm. I saw you styling it. I figured we can twin it up.
You know what we can do is this. My stylist actually made this jacket. I said because you know what I love is I love just like the fandom around Running Man.
Yeah.
And I think like for me, I was like, all right, how do we kind of like use like I just love the fact that Comic-Con is full of fans, right?
Yeah.
And for me, like just like rep
Boom.
like it's so sick. Like the fact that the whole game show around it is like kind of full of fandom and it's like about the people. It's cool. So I wanted to kind of bring that spirit today.
Yeah, eyes been set on it since you walked in. First, I want to ask you about looking at this coming out of the panel and looking at the footage. We got to see a lot of great things. The towel scene is obviously something we need to talk about. One thing I really jumped out to me about that was when there's a lot of little comedic beats in there. You know, when you're hanging off the building and you say why, and then the why falls are really cool. The Home Alone moment, he's like, he ran that way, and they chased after that. Are there any other moments that kind of jump out to you that you had a lot of fun in terms of filming, in terms of those type of comedic beats?
Well, by the way, I love that you clued in on both of those beats. The fun part about For me in this scene, I always liked, when Edgar and I first started talking about this, we didn't want this to be, we wanted Ben Richards to be a tank. We wanted him to be able to absorb blows, but he is not a trained fighter. He's just a blue-collar, scrappy guy, right? And my favorite kind of heroes are the guys that can get hit in the face, wipe the blood off, shake it off, and get back in the fight. And even though they may not win the fight, they're still going to square up.
Absolutely.
And for me, you know, like the sort of moments that you're talking about, the Home Alone moments, you know, you channel all those guys that are like the true underdogs. You know, like Harrison Ford was a big inspiration. You know, just the way that Indiana Jones, like you were just like, that guy's never going in confidently to a fight. You know, he gets up off his ass and he kind of shakes it off. He's like,
you're talking about his character and him as a person too.
Exactly. You know, but there's just I feel like what ends up happening is like the audience clues into that, because I don't think any of us ever feel like a superhero. Right, you know, we're all ordinary people, but I always find that I always identify with people who are the people that know they may not win, but they're going to fight anyway, and I just love that. So that's the spirit of Ben.
Yeah, that's amazing. And obviously the physicality, and we know you did a lot of the work as well too. I want to know about the recovery, the R&R, you know, the ice baths, or whatever it may have been to keep your body in top shape throughout the filming of this.
Yeah, I did. That was the number one thing I did. I did a ice bath every day. Because I mean, you're taking serious hits, and I think that was the one thing that I talked to some of my friends who have done lots of action movies, and they said, you know, ice bath, sauna will literally, you'll take the worst beating of your life, and somehow you'll get up and be fine the next day. So I did that, and I was fine.
Yeah, I know you got a lot of ties to college football as well too. Was there any advice from them in terms of the recuperation of body, or just that type of grueling training that that they do on the gridiron every week? Yeah.
I think a lot of this comes down to it's like just being a little bit of a machine. You know what I mean? Like you can't, if you are operating at that high of an intensity, even like sprinting. I know it sounds dumb, but like if you do sprints, I don't know as a grown man how often you sprint. It's not a lot, right? You know what I mean? And you forget about it. If you're at a full sprint and it's 5 a.m. and you're trying to keep up with a train, or you're jumping off of a building, you're putting your body through pretty extraordinary taxing things. And I think what you have to do is you have to just like kind of make your body a bit of a machine, because it's not used to that amount of exertion all the time. So I took a lot of advice from athletes, of other actors, all this stuff, just to make sure I could, make the journey, complete the run.
Absolutely. Last quick question. I saw on your IMDb, and I don't know how true it is because I haven't heard much about it, but so you're attached to Miami Vice, one of my favorite shows of all time. Anything validity to that, or anything you might be able to say to that?
I love Joseph Kaczynski. I love Michael B. Everything I've heard about is cool. I haven't had any conversations about it, but I do love the team around it. Really, really great people.
Seeing you in a red Testarossa riding down it. Thank you so much for your time.
There's no cooler look, that's for sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Reimagining.